G'day guys, my name's Josh, you can call me JaWoodle, and welcome back to 7 days, welcome back to JaWoodle Park, my testing and base building world, where I've come back to finally do what I set out to do the other day, before I unfortunately got very distracted, as a shocker to no one, very distracted building that floating bomb base over there. I want to finally do what I wanted to do, and that is build an OP explosion base, kind of similar to that, but much better, and hopefully much less collapsy. So it's going to be, a similar idea to this in that it's going to be a big hole in the ground, but without a bunker that's suspended on top, and more importantly, without this ladder system that actually gave the zombies an escape. If you watch that video, you'll notice, well, at the end when it's working as good as it can, yes, the grenades are going down, and yes, I'm getting some really good kill chains down there, but it's a pretty big but as well. A lot of the zombies are in the process of climbing up that ladder, up and away from the explosions down below. So I know that we can make a better version of this, which is actually what I set out to do initially, before I thought, hey, you know what would be cool? This thing, and that was it. Like a butterfly in the breeze, it was gone. So there's two ways that I think that I want to do this. One is going to be using some of my pathfinding tricks, like some slippery blocks to get the zombies to slip off the side back down to where the grenades are going to be. That should be pretty straightforward, but I want to try and build something a bit more advanced, using some more powered hatches and stuff to really take this to a whole other level of efficiency. Because if I can get the zombies as clustered up as possible before I throw grenades down, that's going to do as much damage as possible and save myself my resources of having to make even more pipe bombs. So we'll start off just with a bit of a bucket. I probably should have figured out where the center is before I started building stuff. I carved out a big chunk of land, may as well find the middle. I've got my central block just there, so I want to go 3 blocks out in both directions. Well, in a square, but just to measure it out that way. And in fact, I want to go all 4, so I can have the same as this, that concrete barrel around the outside, similar to the Crucible base, but the Crucible base used fire, because it's a Crucible after all, but this is going to be a nice little bomb base. So I'm going to go all the way out to you, and that is going to be the square that I chuck grenades down into. Like, the blast radius of the grenades, as we found out through testing for that, does reach out 3 blocks in either side. That's the maximum reach of it, and I want to make sure every block is getting at least tickled by the grenades. I could make it narrower, but the more narrow it is, the less room I have for pathing the zombies down there, the more clustered it gets, and the more likely it is that they're going to break out. So I'd rather do a couple of blocks that only just get touched by grenades, rather than every block being an instant kill. I hope that made sense, because it made sense in my head, but that's no guarantee. Oh, this is really handy. I didn't realize I had this in this now. When I'm using my block replacement tool with this blue box, which is backspace to get rid of, by the way, I explained how to use it, not how to delete it. Press backspace to remove the blue block after you're done, but it tells me I can measure using this. It tells me my measurements, so why is it 9 blocks diagonally? Anyway, it's 9 blocks wide, so 9 by 9, and 16 blocks deep. That's actually bloody perfect. I'll get rid of all of you. Yeah, now that's all fine. Get rid of all of you. It's not actually all fine, because I wanted to turn that all into concrete. I was so distracted by it showing me my measurements, I forgot that I actually needed to turn that into a solid cube of concrete, not air. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. Now I have to do it all manually. Damn it! It dazzled me. It dazzled me with cool features, and I immediately got distracted by it. Oh, that's gonna take up so much more of my time. Shit! Look, you know, I can't help it. I'm just a boy who gets excited about things. You show me cool features and I'll completely forget what I was meant to do. That's why we're here in the first place, because I got distracted building this, and now I got distracted by the next thing. It's just, it's just one thing after the other, isn't it? Just distraction after distraction, like I've walked into a nipple tassel store. Okay, I don't want to talk about how much longer that took me than it should have, because just a couple of things. There's a couple of bad decisions, and look at all the punishment you get. Anyway, I've built myself a nice concrete tube, or little bunker, down into the bottom. To get the zombies into it, I don't think I want to do anything particularly special, just something nice and simple, and in fact, I might even just build Might just build a dropper over the top, nice and simple, because that's not really the part that I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is when they get into the bucket, when they get into the bucket, then what happens? I'm going to keep them in there running around in circles so they don't start destroying stuff. If they think they have a way out, they will try and escape rather than start tunneling out and beating through stuff. So I want to keep them running around in circles in them. So getting them in isn't the problem. It's keeping them in and keeping them occupied. That's like I'm building myself a zombie daycare. That's what I'm doing. Gotta keep them occupied and stop them destroying stuff. I'm trying so hard not to get distracted, but I did just think of something else cool that I can do. Because if I'm gonna build like a little dropper like this, and I've already got some supports going up the sides, I could build the bunker that I sit in directly above, so I can just drop grenades straight through there. So if they come up one side, then I have like ladders or some stairs on the other side going up to my little bunker up above. Rather than me being over here like 15 blocks away, having to try and throw and lob some grenades into the bucket, which I'm a shit shot at the best at times. The sides of barns are completely safe when I'm holding anything, especially the broad side of them. So if I can be directly above, I can just drop the grenades directly down the chute from up above, and as long as I have the pathing working, I can still be kind of fun and still be kind of cool. Look at that, I can just be right here, just in fact, you know what, I can just go like this. Get some grenades, and I can just go, yeah, nah, copper, straight down the guts, right up the corridor. Beautiful. Pull the pin on one of them. Yep, that's how the pin works. Chuck you down, and that'll work. That'll work nicely. Look at all the shrapnel. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, nah. I might break it doing it, and it probably counts as a small distraction, but I'm doing it anyway. If it's cool, I'm doing it. I've done it a little bit differently and built the stairs up along the ridge, like the rim, probably not the ridge, the rim of the bucket itself, just so, like, you know, it's just a bit interesting. I kind of like that, you know, they come up around the side. I could have just built the stairs off the side out here, made it more simplistic, but nah, we're going to do things a little bit more fun. And actually, while I'm looking at this, this shouldn't collapse. I really hope it won't collapse. It's locked in up over there. I'm going to extend this that little bit just so they're actually dropping in the middle of the bucket. Yes, it's going to remove a little bit of distance. They shouldn't get to jump that anyway. So then there, yeah, look, so they're not dropping right down the side and potentially maybe grabbing onto the lip there. Zombies do weird things sometimes. So that should mean, if I grab you, copy shape and rotation, stick you back onto the wall, flat as attack, flat as a pancake, and a Tenacious D song, that should mean that will work a bit better. Just you know, just building a little bit smarter, so I hopefully won't have as many issues. It's already me. I have enough of my own issues. I've got to try to negate the zombie ones as much as I can. Got to account for Muppetry. I also have to try and remember the lessons that I learned from the pathing update that happened just the other day. I can't have them go next to the block vertically that I'm standing on. Even though I'm up above them, I can't have them get close to me. Oh, which might actually be a problem when they're down underneath. Because then they're going to be down to the bucket and they'll be like, well, I'm standing next to the player character. If you're looking down from the sky, I can't reach him, so I have to start beating on shit. Okay, you know what? No, learn your lesson, Josh. Learn your lesson for once in your life. Learn your lesson, please. Oh, but it would have been so cool. It would have been so cool. Do I try and do it anyway? Yeah, we'll try and do it anyway. We'll completely ignore the lessons that I've learned. It'll be fine. What are you worried about? I'm sure it'll all turn out okay. I refuse. I refuse to take my medicine. I really want this to work. And I might just I'm definitely being stubborn and refusing to learn any lessons that I'm trying to teach myself anyway. Look how good this would be. Look, I've got a little duct up here for the grenade, so I can pull the pin on that, chuck it down. It's gonna land exactly, I mean, not exactly in the middle of the box down below, but good enough. I've even got some like little ladders here that I can look through. Can I even drop a grenade through them? I can too if I really want to. But I like this. I like this better. This is a bit more foolproof than a couple of bars. This is mostly here so I can see down. Cops can't vomit at me, but I can see just how full it is rather than just guessing on it. That's all good. That's all good. I'll quickly build some stairs. I've also got some nice little shapes in here as well. Listen, building against the rules means I get to build aesthetic things even. Words I cannot say but try to live up to. Get some stairs going up to you. Not on face, just simple, please. Yeah, we'll go like that. This isn't gonna work. I'm gonna be so sad when this all falls apart. But until then, I'm gonna keep on trying anyway. All right, listen, call me crazy, but I think this. I reckon that. Look at that. You can even block up the little grenade hatch. You can see it down below. Yeah, all looks good. Pop that open. throw some grenades down. I actually really like that. I know that to start with, I was like, listen, I'm not going to get distracted today. I'm not going to get distracted building something cool. And then immediately got distracted building something cool. I love the matching stairs on that side and that side. I kind of want to fill up that gap there to get, like, complete the line so it all bloody matches. And I definitely will do that. It's going to be risky adding some extra weight to this, but I think it'll be worthwhile. I just can't help myself. I can't help myself. Look how cool this is. It's like, look, it's fancy as fuck. We've got like a turn back staircase on the other side. It's majestic. It's majestic. I've built a villa as a horde base. And look at this. How could you not love it? How could you? If I could help myself, I've gone back to Alpha 17 getting squeaky again. If I could help myself, why would I help myself when this is the result? I love it. I put in some extra stairs upside down so it all nice and matches. Looks like it goes together like cogs or like South America and Africa. Bloody perfect. All right. I've done all of this. I haven't even run any zombies through it yet, which seems like a pretty daft idea, but we'll give it a go. So like out here, actually, this is the more difficult access. You have to run past the stairs, up and around the stairs, and then through. A lot of serpentining, a lot of running, but it should hopefully work. Yeah, look at me. Get a couple of Arlenes out there and get their attention. Please work for me. If this doesn't work, I have to deconstruct everything, but it looks like it's working fine. All the theories are working good. Up, through, down, all the way down to the bottom. Nice, good, happy, thank you very much, Arlene. Which means now I can sit about building the thing that I started out to build before I got distracted building villas. I need to build a contraption down here to keep them running in circles forever and ever and ever until I want to drop some bombs on them. I love this. I'm looking at this and it's making me smile. I love the way this has turned out. So I really think the simplest way to do this is to give them like an actual way out. In fact, I might even just kind of stop you there. So we've got a nice little place to jump onto you. And then as far as they're concerned, in fact, it might even be simpler than that. I mean, they consider this to be a real block. So would it be the easiest way if I go up the sides like this? I'm either going to build it all the way in up there so no zombies get trapped underneath. So like an almost real staircase up to you. And then from there, if I get my wedgie tips and I go on face, flip you upside down. I mean, they'll probably think that that's a real option, right? Up to there. That should all work, I wonder. I wonder how it's going to go. It's definitely the right block. Yes, it is. Because if I start going like this, I then can't actually stand on those blocks. Nope, that's the wrong way. You get rid of you. They can't actually stand on that and they'll slide off the side. So they come up to him. I'll actually build you out just to make doubly sure. And they go, oh yeah, that's a block, that's a block, that's a block. These are stairs. Hop. And completely bin it. I don't see why that shouldn't work. I don't see why that should be an issue at all. But when we get up to the next bits, I actually think accidentally that works out so bloody nicely. Turns out building it 16 blocks deep has worked out in my favor. So they come up here, jump, 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 slip off the side, but in their mind, they can get over to this, which is then a nice easy path out. And actually, I'm gonna make this even smoother just to match up with the rest of the aesthetics here, because you've got to build aesthetic bases. If you're not building aesthetic bases, then what are you actually doing? Should just go and build a box and feed yourself to zombies instead. Simple rotation, stairs, stairs, and stairs. So look at that. Look at that. So that's it's like the infinite staircase artwork, but zombified. That should actually work. I think that'll work just as is anyway. I'm gonna quickly pop out of my body and quickly, in fact, I can even just run the zombies like normal. Arlene, get a couple of you, please. Get your running, turn on your brains or what little you have. So they're gonna run up them, and when they drop down, they should be far enough out of the way that they won't land on the stairs. All the way down. Perfect. So this is the critical part though. Actually, I'll turn on your coding so I can see what you're thinking. And look at that. They immediately think they have a way out of the bunker. Up you go. I've lost one of them. One of the zombies has gone AWOL, not sure when. They drop down to there, and more importantly, unlike the other one that I built with the ladders, they're not getting up and out of the grenade blast radius. So when they're all down there, I can sit up here, nice and happily, I can check. Oh, there's the other one. There's the other one. Up you come, and down you go to join the rest of your Arlene brethren down there. So they're all happily down there. I can go, yeah, nah, easy as. Start lobbing some grenades down the chutes. We'll just, I mean, we're not exactly limited by resources here, so down there we'll go. Pull the pin on the last one. In goes that one, all the way down. And it rinses them. Absolutely rinses them. Who's left? So 2 of them survived. That's all fine. That's pretty good. That's pretty bloody good. So if I can replicate that, I mean, that would work just as is anyway. If I can replicate that on the other sides, because then it's all nice and symmetrical, get that double helix DNA symmetrical pattern going, the spirally hotness. I love it when it works. I love it when I come up with a fucking stupid idea and it all comes together like a house of cards. Fragile, flimsy, but fucking fantastic. Just doing my bit to improve the lines of the base a little bit, to smooth it all out. It's all on wedge 60 tips anyway, so it makes sense to do that down there as well. And look at that. Look at that. Now all I need is just on the other side. Do I replace these with stairs? With stairs everywhere else, but I feel like the more staggered jumps that they do will slow down the horde just a little bit and keep them in grenade explosion range that little bit longer. So I want to do the same as you, just on the opposite side. So we're 2, and we continue up from there up to, ooh, that might be, no, that's okay. There's enough room there, plenty of room for zombies. In fact, if they start grouping up too much, they'll hit their head on the slope and get pushed back into the grenade chutes. That's using your noggin accidentally, but it still counts. It's like golf, you know, there's no pictures on the scorecard. Birdie's a birdie, or in my case, a quadruple bogey's a bogey. I'm actually gonna take away these ramping blocks over here because I'm just getting a little bit concerned about like the space they have above them to jump. And in fact, instead, I'm gonna get, maybe even ramp blocks actually. I might go the wedge 60s again and go on face. And just, yeah, spin you around like that. So you're still nice and, like, chamfered off. That little bit got a little beveled edge, which I always appreciate. You can go, ooh, actually, you probably have. There's a lot of new blocks in here that I very rarely get to use, so I like the opportunity to. I need a wedge 60 into a half block. I'm sure that exists. I just gotta find it in this mess. There we go. That's the one. Boop. Just like that. All the lines work out. It's the wedge 60 split right 05. There's a left and a right version. So the left version, I assume, will have to go over on this one to get you to work. Get you out of the way. Is there a way? Oh, you're almost there. You're almost there already. Wait, go back. Can I go like on face maybe? Which does it think is its face? Oh, there we go. Perfect. I mean, I still need to put in the rest of it. No, wait, it's wrong. Shit, damn it. There we go. That's the one. It was the right block. That's why you don't go Stark out and Shooks until they're cheaping. You can go along like that. There we go. There we go. Look how good that is. That's so schmick. I mean, it's not as simple as it could be, I suppose. I mean, the mechanics of it are very simple, but it's a lot of building, a lot of precise building, and some forethought. Definitely doesn't need to be the double, but I like it being the double anyway. They are going to get up to here, and they're probably going to beat on this a little bit. We'll see, though. We'll see. But I'm pretty stoked with that as is. I'm nice and safe up in my bunker. I reckon we run a horde against this and see how it goes. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this so far. I've done my job this time with all the lighting to make sure everything's working. I'm actually a long, long way above where they're going to be falling, so the chance to destroy everything mode is basically 0 as far as I can think of. That's a nice little cluster. They're all running up properly, going down the dropper properly. I can hear I was going to say I can hear some beating. Why are you guys doing that? Why are you doing that? Oh, it's because they're too close to me. I'm standing in the wrong spot. I'll stand over here. That should probably sort you guys out. I'll just drop a little grenade into there to clear it out. Yep, there we go. As long as I do some damage to you, then that should reset their pathing. But more importantly, down here, there goes the rest of them. They're all just having a wonderful time. Yeah, the double helix, absolutely not necessary because they're only focusing on one side anyway. But if I was up here like I'm supposed to be, I'd be like, oh my goodness, hey look, there's an entire wave of zombies waiting for me down there. Grenade, if I could do this even faster using the bars. Like that, drop them nice and quick. All the grenades go down. Oh no, except they didn't go down. They didn't go down. That's why you don't use the ladders, Joshy boy. Oh, you took a gamble. You took a gamble and blew yourself sky high. All right, lesson learned. Don't do that. What's going on with my body though? There we go. Why aren't grenades coming out of me properly? There we go. There we go. All the way down. And lucky last, pop the spring. In you go. And watch all the carnage. Well-timed thunderclap in the distance. And look at that. I mean, it's still got a bit of protection when they're on those little stairs there, but for the most part, that's a lot of death. That's a lot of death. We're going to prime for the next wave. But as far as I can tell, this is working properly. They're all running nicely and dropping into the bucket nicely. No big issues there. All right, as long as I'm standing in like the right part of my base, I'm not over or above them. I mean, that's what I was saying that, oh, this might actually be a problem. I didn't realize I didn't need to pull the springs on those, but we're fine. That's a lot of death down there. They're all gone. Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, as long as I'm standing back here and not above where they're running through, obviously this would be negated if you weren't like me and built some normal base back over that way somewhere, so the dropper was separate and you just threw some grenades away, but I wanted to build up. I wanted to build a nice, easy grenade shoot. I really love using the ducks for grenade shoots. Line up all of those. They're all falling beautifully. Oh, it's good. It's like, they're eating out of my hand. If they were a budgerigar, they would be pecking out some seed from the pinky fingernail. Beautiful. Prime you, in you go, all the way down. There's a lot of grenades down there and a lot of dead zombies down there. So good. And they're looping perfectly to infinity. Exactly what I wanted. I just want to watch one more wave of zombies run up here and fall down my little trap, because it just tickles me in a way that not a lot of things can. Now that I've got that working, I mean, that's like the simplistic version. There's no mechanics involved. You could build that day one. I mean, you could build it if you had the resources too. But if you had the books to unlock the powered doors, there's something even cooler I think we can do to negate the issue of them being on these stairs and that protecting them from the grenades. I mean, yes, you could like make the grenades explode a bit higher, but then you have other risks involved, like not killing the zombies down below. So if I want to get rid of that issue, there is something that I think that I can build. Just look at him. Just look at him. All right, hang on. Here you go. Here's a whole stack of grenades, all for you, and some more. Oh, wait, hang on. No, never mind. I dropped them at my feet. I'm gonna blow myself sky high at some point soon, and it's not gonna be pretty. So I think it's actually simpler than what I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna get rid of these big blocky stairs down here. There's probably a way to make that better, like maybe even using like horizontal bars or something, for example, something that's penetratable by shrapnel would protect them a bit more. And in fact, you know what? I'm gonna test that. It's not the idea that I had initially, but that seems like a pretty good thing to give a go, because bars are definitely pathable. I'm pretty sure they are anyway. So if I can get them to run along those, build the same kind of stairs that we had before, all the way down to you, that shouldn't protect them at all against grenade explosions. Depends how the game calculates explosions, actually. If it thinks that, you know, it should be protected and this actually counts as a block. Oh, that looks yuck. I'll get rid of you and you and you. Then potentially it will still protect them, but I mean, if bullets and cover goes through, I assume that shrapnel and explosions will too. All right, I'm all the way back up here. I'll just get a couple of we'll go Horde now. Why not? Call the Horde back in. We can do it in a couple of button presses. I'm just going to be patient for them to run over. All the zombies are falling down. It's like a bloody water spout, or as America would say, a faucet. We don't call them faucets here, it's a tap. The kitchen tap. It's where you get your drinkable water from. They're all falling down beautifully. They're all on the bars. I've already lined all of the bottom of the box with grenades, so I should be able to just pop out you, chuck in that one, and see what happens to them. Oh, it did too. I mean, that did a lot more damage than it did previously, I feel like. I mean, a couple of them survived, but that's okay. But more importantly, like that biker that's there who's lost his leg, he was on that bar right there when the grenades went off. And, I mean, they're pathing on it beautifully, so no real worries there. Old mate's flopping around like a drunk turtle. Turtle's known for flopping, by the way. They're running up. They're dropping down. They're all kind of everywhere. All right, I want another big cluster to come through, because this might be even simpler than what I was planning on doing. Got the dropper there, penetratable bars. Yeah, I think it is. All right, let's line the bucket and see what happens. It's a nice little group of them. Close the hatch, pull the pin, down we go. And quickly go down and follow and see how it goes. What a time to freeze frame. So what have we got there? We've got no one protected anywhere as far as I can see. And actually the grenades have exploded right next to the whole lot of them. Let's go slow-mo. Let's go slow-mo and see how it looks. That's all. Oh, my poor computer. This is why I'm getting an upgrade so I can explode zombies better. So it's absolutely rinsed. Absolutely everybody, except for the ones on the top 3 rungs. So you're safe. If I get my cursor back, you're safe, you're safe, and you're safe. And you survived as well. So 4 zombies were on the very top steps. They survived. Everyone else got blended. All right. That works for me. I'll go back to daylight then and go back to building what I was going to do. But bars, if I was, you know what? Ignore what I built first. If you're going to build this and build the big chunky steps, build with bars instead. It's a much better idea. It has a much better effect. So assuming that you had the books to make one of these things, but I'll search with powered instead. I wish the powered hatches and stuff were available before max level of tech, not tech junkie, the electrical traps book, whatever that's called. You can get 75 of those, you can start building powered doors and things. I really wish I was available earlier, but you are what I'm after, because the hatches count as a path as well. So if I start chucking down some hatches like you, all the way down to the very bottom like that, then when I want to start throwing grenades down, I could flip a switch up in Survivor medium. Beautiful. Thank you for that. I can flip a switch up in my bunker to close all the hatches. They have no pathing at all right before the grenade explodes. So they're all going to be on the ground right here with nowhere to go. No path, no nothing, no protection. And then when that's done, flip the hatches back out again. Acts as a path. They can think they can climb out again. So I can really, I mean, it'll take a lot to do, but it'll really increase the efficiency of my grenades just so much better. Although, to be honest, this is a lot more work than just chucking in those bars was. I'd probably lean more towards the bars option, but this is fun all the same. And sometimes it's got to build a fun base. I'm just going to chuck a little hole, might seem silly, but chuck a little hole into the middle of my supports here, purely to chuck in a relay. The most annoying thing that happens these days is my relays get broken by cops or errant vomits or whatever, so run that to you, and then from you, that should be able to reach all the way down to that one. I'm actually not too concerned if I daisy chain the hatches together. That's not really a massive concern for me. I mean, they're not really going to get broken anyway. Can I not reach? All right, fine. Fine, if I can't reach from like that one little nugget, I'll just run you across to them. There you go, they're all gonna run together anyway, and just wire every single one up to each other. So I've got my battery bank and a switch up in my little bunker upstairs. So when I flick the switch on, all these hatches will come out, and that will act as a path. But with the hatches down, they'll start beating on shit, but they're only going to do that for the couple of fractions of a second before the grenades explode. So look, in fact, I can do it from up here. You can see the hatches are all down there, but I flick you. That's just in the middle of nowhere because physics be damned. All the hatches come out, and that will act, that should act as their stairway. If I might just quickly get an Arlene just out here somewhere. Couple of Arlenes, thank you. They're gonna run that path for me. I want to see just in a little closed test. This isn't CrowdStrike after all. We're gonna test this out before we send it to the planets. So you guys should see that as a pathing option. Up you gets. There you go. There you go. Look at that. And then perfectly, if I can even see it from up here, they're running on that. Boop. No more path for you. You're all now down on the ground. Bloody beautiful. Make sure I replace this block so no accidents happen. My little wire relay's nice and safe and tucked inside like a little sleepy puppy. That's why I'm kind of sad that the powered hatches and doors and stuff are locked behind every single, you have to get every single one of those electric traps books, because they're so fun, they're so interesting and so good to use. I wish you unlocked at least some of them a little bit earlier. Old mate's trapped underneath the hatches, because of course he bloody is. That's why I had to fill out the entire area last time to avoid muppets like you getting stuck. But they're all going up, they're all looking good. How many more zombies do I have to go down there? Just a couple. That's right, I can wait. I need all of you down here. That's all of them, I think. No others are coming. All right, well, I'm gonna get back into my body. I'm going to get myself some grenades and actually just kind of line the bucket through the ladder. Let's stand right on top. I can just kind of throw them without any power straight down like that. You bloody beauty. Not gonna do it with the pinned one though, because that's gonna end up with me getting brutalized. But look at how they're pathing though. I mean, it's working, but they're getting trapped underneath the hatches so much more than they were. I still think those bars were the best option. And in fact, even building some bars on the outside to stop them going underneath would also be a good idea. Oh, pop you. Flick the ladder nice and quickly. I probably did that in the wrong order, but look at that. Every single zombie bar one, and he's got no path. Every single zombie bar one was killed. I'll do that again. This time I'll drop the hatches, then throw the grenade. That's probably a much better system. Just to make doubly sure of all of this, I've spawned in a bear and a couple of zombie dogs as well to make sure they all run normally too. Up you go, Berry Boy. It's a bit of a squeeze for you, but you'll be fine. Straight in, straight down, swatting a couple of zombies down below. Perfect. All right, chuck in all the grenades. I'm gonna put in, what have we got? I'm gonna put in 10, and the last one will be the 11th one with the pin pulled. Got one more. Okay, grab you. Hatches are down. Open that. I'm gonna see what happens from up above. They've got nowhere to go. Everybody's dead. Everybody. Oh. Except the bear, because the bear is apparently way too goddamn tanky. You took all those grenades to the berry chin and you still got 1,000 health. Alright then, fair play. I might quickly put the hatches back there before you start breaking shit. Man, I mean, I love the new zombie bear design, but you are one strong little fuzzy boy. Oh, slightly less fuzzy boy than usual. All the zombies are down there. They're just happily milling about. They're boiling like a pot on the stove. I just made a soup. I made a soup of zombies. I'm about to like really liquefy it like a blender. All right, everyone's good. I don't want to be out of my body yet. Okay, hatches down, pull the pin, and throw the grenade. And while that's falling, where is it? There it is. I want to see it go all the way down. All the zombies are stuck down below. That triggers all. I said I was making a soup. It's minestrone. It's so goddamn chunky. Look at that. They're all gone. They turned into nothing. That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I love that. I love that so much. I mean, look, I think if it were me, if this was like proper survival, I'm not sure I'd go through the effort of running all like the retractable hatches, but tell you what, it worked exactly the way it worked in my mind when I thought this up at 4:30 in the morning when I couldn't sleep. Oh my god, that's so good. The dismemberment system in this game, the ragdoll system in this game, just makes me feel nothing but smiles. Anyway, that's gonna do us. That's 3 different options of how you can make this work. Drop them in a bucket, make them think they can get out, and then pull the pin on a grenade, pull the hatch up underneath them, and send them into orbit in several thousand tiny pieces. You're pink misting a zombie horde, 25 grenades at a time. Well, I have to leave this episode here. The concept works. You can go build that however you want to. Again, like this part up here, the bunker and the dropper don't really matter. Just get them in a bucket, build some stairs out that they think they can use, slip them off the side, and explode in the kingdom come. So bloody good. But I'll have to come back and continue to manipulate these zombies to my will in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of the Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked, make sure you hit the like button down below, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.